Hi, my name is Jennifer Thompson. I am working in the insurance industry within GPAC here, and I've been with GPAC for 4 years, and I'm a director at GPAC. I initially was, I guess my past, I was always in sales and service, customer service and sales, and actually hailed from the insurance industry myself. And I was working a different role where I just wasn't finding fulfillment. And I found the opportunity for GPAC on LinkedIn of all places. And I actually ended up calling GPAC and set up my interview. I came in, I interviewed, and I did some shadow work with them. And I took the position, and I've been here ever since, and I love the job. I always say that I am a storyteller. I'm able to paint a picture about my candidate to an employer that the resume never says. And so oftentimes that's where when we get information from our candidates about what they do, about what their skill sets have been and how long they've been at their job and why they're looking and all that kind of stuff, they often end up telling me things that aren't even on the resume. But it's so amazing. If the story's unique, if there's something else to share, they're not gonna get that from a resume. And also from the candidate's perspective as to why they should utilize us. If they just went and applied and got an interview, they would walk in blind, not knowing a thing. But when they work with us at GPAC as recruiters from GPAC, they're getting the full story. Some of the team members and I at the time when we started, I didn't even though I was in insurance, I didn't know every aspect that we source for today. So we had to learn some different lingo and some different questions to ask. And we ended up putting together, a sheet, if you will, with different questions to ask for the different lines of coverage in insurance. We have benefits and personal lines and commercial and all that. So we had different questions to ask for different divisions and pass that along to other recruiters that come on board, because it helps them when they're trying to qualify a candidate or ask questions to a hiring authority. They don't even know what to ask, but now that they have this roadmap, that's been really helpful. And I see that as GPAC grows, that they're going to be able to do the same thing for those industries. And that's one thing I find very cool about GPAC is that the sky is the limit. We can add industries all the time that we haven't even thought of. I want to see our team succeed, and I want to see them, and not all of them are insurance. Our team's kind of split into different industries a little bit, but that doesn't matter because the concepts don't change no matter what industry you're servicing. When it comes to you have a job and your colleague says, hey, I think I might have found somebody. Does that work? It's being willing to talk and communicate with that other recruiter very well to say, well, here's what they're looking for. Let's prep the candidate together, or I'll do it with you. Figuring out which works for you as co-recruiters to figure out how we're going to prep the candidate, who's going to debrief the candidate. Communication is key. First, you just want to be a good recruiter and you want to be successful and you want to make the money. And it still is important. Obviously, we have to have income to feed our families, right? But now it's become, I want to be known as the industry expert. You have to have the right mindset, and you have to be coachable. You have to be humble. There's a lot of people that come in that have had either past sales experience or past recruiting experience or other things that they feel like they're just going to come in and they know. But then they're humbled because they realize they didn't know, and they have to be willing to be open enough to accept the help from others, or even a little constructive criticism, advice, if whatever you want to call it. And those that do that, I see their success go up. When I say coachable, I mean coming into this industry, into GPAC as a recruiter, and being able to let others tell you how things should go and how you should maybe try to apply the methods. And if it doesn't work, then go by all means, do your own way. But if you kind of follow some of the systems that have been tried and true, you'll be very successful in this career. Just a few weeks ago, a candidate called me, and sometimes as a recruiter, we kind of get nervous when an old candidate calls you because you're like, why are you calling me? Well, what she was calling me for was to thank me. She said, Jennifer, I'm coming up on a year. I love this job, and it's the best job I've ever had. And we were looking at giving me a raise. And then also she had someone to refer to me. So it was a thank you and a referral all in the same call. So that was really fun. I love the fact that GPAC provides me an opportunity to have a flexible work-life balance. And I don't think that I have to work all these crazy hours to be successful. If I do, I don't think I'm doing it right. If I needed to go to my kids' school events, I could. And knowing that I have the unlimited earning potential as well. And that's been something that's been really life-changing for our family. If you're someone who's wowed by the potential of the money and that's the only thing you're here for, that's probably the wrong reasons. Because to me, all the work that's done, that's just what happens at the end of the day, is that you're compensated well for a job that you're doing, but you have to really be all in.